What's going on, people? Welcome back to Tentua Talks Football. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about none other than Rasmus Winter Hojlund. Now, before we get started on the video, please make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's get to it. Now, in the past couple of days, we've had reports from the likes of Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Ben Jacobs, basically all tier one journalists reporting the news that Manchester United are open to the sale of Rasmus Hojlund this summer. Now, the feedback or the response from Rasmus Hojlund and his team has been that he's not interested in leaving the club. If anything, with the deal of Benjamin Sesko being completed, apparently Rasmus Hojlund is briefing the media that he's more than happy to stay at United and actually fight for his place. Now, I'll be honest, guys. I'll be very, very honest. Rasmus Hojlund is a very, 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 very bad footballer. He really is. Like, genuinely, pound for pound, I think he's genuinely the worst number 9 we've ever signed in this football club. Terrible, terrible number 9. We've had some bad strikers, but he is awful. Now, for me, I believe that it's too late when it comes to him. He keeps talking about how he wants to stay and fight for his place and prove that he's worth for the club. Brother, that ship has sailed. I've never rated you to begin with. And basically, I spent all of last season fighting the fan base. Well, at least those that are part of my community, telling them that this guy's not good enough. Someone telling me, oh, I'm negative, oh, I'm too harsh. But by the end of the season, they all had to admit it. He's just rubbish. He's not good enough. Now, seeing as he's saying that he wants to stay, right? Ruben Amorim has basically come out and said in the media that, of course, he'd like Rasmus to stay. You know, he thinks he's a good player. All of those PR statements which you expect a manager to say. I mean, you don't expect him to come out and say Rasmus Hojlund is trash and I want him gone, because that basically decreases his value. Now, reports are saying that United want about at first, earlier on in the window, reports were saying that United needed about £33 million in order to sell Rasmus Hojlund. That way, they wouldn't be in breach of PSR in terms of, or rather, they wouldn't have made a loss in terms of PSR and all of that. But of late, given how the market has been going, you're seeing the likes of Armando Broja leave Chelsea for about, 25 million pounds, even though he barely stays fit or played for even Chelsea. So United are saying, wait, hold on a minute. If such players are going for about 25 million pounds, then we're going to up what we want. We had initially said we wanted 30 to 33 million pounds. We now want 40 to 45 million pounds. So that's a big gap from what we had said we wanted. And to be honest, I hear it. And as much as he's rubbish, this is a player who we bought for. We were supposed to pay about 72 million pounds for him, but because he didn't actually reach the heights that we expected him to reach, we didn't end up paying the add-on. So I think all in all, we probably paid about 62, 63 million pounds. So if we're saying we paid 62, 63 million pounds for this player about 2 years ago, and he still has 3 years left on his deal, we can actually get a better deal. We can sell him for about 40 to 45 million pounds. That way we actually don't make a loss in terms of the whole PSR stuff. So for me, this thing is very simple. Since Rasmus is saying he wants to stay and fight, and basically no one at the club has come out and said to him, you need to go. Because apparently, according to Fabrizio, the only way in which Rasmus might actually consider leaving the club is if someone from management or Ruben himself goes to him and actually says, you know what, Rasmus, you're not part of my plans. We don't see you having a future at this club and we want you to leave. Apparently, that's the only way in which Rasmus will actually consider leaving the club, because right now, he's adamant he wants to stay and fight for his place. Now, if I was Ruben Amorim, I'd make sure that my message is loud and clear. I mean, I know today we drew against Fiorentina. We played against without a number 9, because Xerxes is injured. Sesko's only been officially announced today to the fans, so we basically didn't have a number 9. But guess what? Rasmus Hojlund was fit. He was kept on the bench. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't even play a single minute today. He didn't play a single minute against Fiorentina. And Amorim's coming up after the game saying that, yeah, we struggled. We needed a focal point. We needed a number 9. We didn't have one today. But Rasmus Hojlund was actually sitting on the bench. Now, if that doesn't tell the player that, bro, the manager's saying, even though you're fit and ready and you're on the bench, I don't rate you. I'm not even going to bring you off the bench. I'm going to keep you on the bench for the full 90 minutes. I believe that was a message from Ruben Amorim to Rasmus Hojlund to say, brother, you need to find yourself a new club. But I would even take it a step further. I would be harsh about it. I know some people might say it's a bit unfortunate. It's unnecessary. So why do that to him? But for me, we need money. Everybody knows we need Baleba to join this club. We need to raise at least £100 million. So if we can sell Garnacho to Chelsea for about 50 and we can get about 40 for Rasmus, that's about £90 million. Then all we have to add is about, what, 10, 15 million pounds to get Baleba? I would do it. I would be very harsh in terms of this guy, Rasmus Hojlund. I would tell him as Ruben Amorim, I would be like, you know what, number one, we're taking the number 9 jersey from you. We're giving it to Benjamin Šeško. I believe today when he was announced, there was no squad number to his shirt. I didn't actually watch it live, but I don't think there was a number. So I would be harsh about it. I would tell Rasmus to say, number one, we're taking the number 9 from you. Number two, you're not part of my plans. If anything, I'm going to make you train with the reserves. Genuine, I'd do it. I'd make him train with I'll tell him, we're going to make you train with the reserves. We're taking your squad number and you're just not part of our plans. That way, one or two things will happen. He'll either say, okay, you know what, it's fine, I'm going to go to Milan because apparently AC Milan are interested in him. So we are apparently open to a deal of a loan with a €6 million fee. And then with the club, which would obviously loan him, let's say Milan in this case, they would have to cover Hojlund's wages in full. So if Milan were to come to the table, because apparently they're very, very interested. So if Milan were to come back to the table and say, we want Rasmus, we're willing to pay the €6 or €7 million loan fee with the 40 to 50 million pound, 40 to 45 million pound buy option, Rasmus would be forced to go. Like I said, one of two things would happen. He would be forced to either go to Milan on loan with an option to buy. And when he goes there, he'd say, you know what? He'd be going there with a chip on his shoulder. He'd be saying, you know what? United didn't treat me well. So I'm going to go to Milan, score lots of goals, maybe try to win the Serie A, prove to them that I'm a good striker and come back at the end of the season. Or number two, he gets so pissed off that he says, you know what? I want a permanent transfer. None of this loan nonsense. Gets his agents working and talking. Maybe Ten Hag comes back for him. I don't know. Maybe he pushes for a permanent move with Milan. But either way, us threatening to take his squad number and to make him train with the reserves would push him to try and leave the club, which would in turn raise funds for the club. Because, like I said, we need the money. I'm seeing people doing the whole hashtag I'm a believer thing. Cool, it's all fun and games, but Brighton ain't going to sell him for less than £100 million. We'll be lucky to get him for 90 or 95 million. That would be us being lucky. Because Brighton are apparently looking to keep him for one more season. And we all know, if United don't sign him this summer, he's going to have another good season where he's going to be even better than he was last season. And guess what's going to happen? All the big clubs are going to be in for him. Liverpool will be there. City will be there. Chelsea will be there. Arsenal will be there. So this is the only window where we're going to have a free run at Carlos Baleba. No bidding war because the rivals are busy with something else. Liverpool are focused on Isaac. City are just City. And Rodri is injured now. So with Rodri being injured, they might come back into the picture. What's his name? Arsenal, they're focusing on Eze and other signings. Chelsea are looking at Xavi Simons and Garnacho. All our rivals are busy. They're occupied with other transfers. Let's make sure that we sell the guys to fund the Baleba move. Sell Garnacho, sell Rasmus Hojlund, sell Anthony if possible, sell Sancho. So for me, like I said, I would be very harsh with Rasmus Hojlund. I'd tell him, look, we're taking the squad number and we're going to make you train with the reserves if you don't leave. It's a World Cup here. He's going to want to leave. He's going to want to play football. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I just thought I should do a video with regards to this Rasmus Hojlund thing because I'm honestly tired of it. This thing where every day he's coming out saying, I want to fight for my place. I want to fight for my place. My brother, you don't have to fight for anything. It's done. It's over. We don't want you. Please leave our club. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm being a bit too harsh on Rasmus? Do you think there's other ways to raise money for Baleba? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.